Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Saturday morning runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Saturday morning runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with four incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. it's Saturday morning runnings. Come feel the vibes. Saturday morning runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive. Wake up Jamaica. Saturday morning runnings is on Fit FM 96.7. You hear that? Saturday mornings just got a whole lot sweeter. From the green hills of Trelawney to every corner of Jamaica and across the globe, Saturday morning runnings is bringing the energy, the laughter, the culture, and the conversation that everybody at top about. Catch the unstoppable crew: Sherns, Jackie, Max Boyd, and Lady D. Expect big vibes, real stories, Caribbean flavor, inspiration, and enough fun every single Saturday morning. Tune in on Fit FM 96.7 or stream worldwide at www.fitfmja.com. Whether you're there Falmouth, Kingston, Montego Bay, New York, Toronto, or London, lock in and turn it up. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube. Saturday morning runnings, where culture meets conversation and the vibes never die. Hey Trelawney, it's Lady D, reaching you straight from New York with love. Catch me every week on Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Duncan's Trelawney, Jamaica. It's Voices with the Lady D on Linkage Radio, streaming live on YouTube. Join me Monday for the Monday Drive from 5 to 7 p.m. and Friday for Center Stage from 5 to 7 p.m. And me just want to know who under the mango tree with them iPhone, iPad, and transistor radio, because trust me, you can't afford to miss the show. Music, vibes, and real talk every time. Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. Stay locked in. Trelawney, me love you no bad.
Good morning to me. Welcome everyone. It's Saturday morning running dinner. We're here live on Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. 10 a.m. We apologize for the late start. We got a new uniform, and so we had to fix. I'm so thankful that you're here with us.
Let me fix my uniform.
I'm so thankful you're here with us this morning. And we are excited to be here. If you're joining us for the first time, come on in. If you're always here, I was having a conversation with our very good friend King. And
Oh,
King was saying how he looks forward to the show, and we were talking
what's
about
that?
growth and all of that. And I reminded him that even though the content is great on all the shows across um, Voices with Lady D, the Monday Drive, Center Stage, and Saturday Morning Runnings, the growth in this social media space requires people. It requires people subscribing, it requires people viewing and watching and sharing and
I'm
clicking that
commenting.
thumbs up button um, for you to like the show and to post your comments. So, growth requires a community. And so, we're asking everybody to share. When you come on to the show, I know you love us and you're excited and you're watching us and ting, but we need a little more than that. In fact, a whole lot more. So as you come in, you have people who are your friends, you go to church, you are in some kind of group somewhere, you're on social media, touch base with them in their inboxes and ask them to like, share, and subscribe. So, good morning to you. I was told to drop some patwa. So, ask them to like the page, subscribe to the page, and that's all under the direction of my co producer. I'm speakifying too much. And so,
Of course.
I have to, I bear in mind that some people may be listening to us who are not as, you know, versatile, not versatile, but they don't know our language like that. Somebody may be tuning in and get lost. So I have to do a little code switching. So bear with me. So
Yeah.
good morning. Ladies, I tell you, I have to zoom in on each of you, but starting with the fabulous one here. She came in and I'm like, Lux is what is yeah.
It's
You
my summary self.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
looking very nice, Sharnsy. Good morning to you.
I thank you. Getting in touch with the roots and the grasses.
Yeah, I think so. And
I
they're
hear you. The grass, them are growth. That we get a
Yes,
lawnmower.
yes. When someone come, you gotta let it all hang.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good morning,
of course.
Maxie. How are you, Maxie? The other day when I did a close up with you, somebody took a snapshot and sent it to me in the
Oh, yes.
WhatsApp and said, "Lord, somebody can pretty so hey,
Log, sell them tongues. Well, I'm
yeah."
doing fine and fabulous. I'm not complaining. I'm on top of the world. It's beautiful 80 odd going up 90 odd degrees today. Hot like a hell, but me love it still.
Hot is right. And good morning to Lady D. Lady D, how are you? You're looking well. Cheeks look flushed and ting. Go on over here.
Yes.
So good morning to everyone tuning in. As I said, there was a time when we had backdrops in rotation for each show. And so I thought we needed to get back there. So we have since made the adjustments. And here we are this morning, mirroring what we're talking about. We never had much, but we had everything. And so I welcome you, Lady D, to the show. Hope you have a great day today. And also, I'm going over to add someone else to the stage and to welcome our girl who is always here. Morning, Jax. We cannot hear you. Please
You're
put your
muted.
Jackie, put your audio on. Yeah.
Not completely dandied up this morning
Yeah.
because Jackie is just arriving from the job.
Yeah.
16 hours, there's no way that you can still look as fabulous as me.
But we know you. You can do.
Lord, for creativity, the
Yes,
uniform has been disguised.
that's right.
All right.
Okay.
You're born pretty and nothing.
Well, we'll take to this, guys.
And when we call producer, they will say, run their back and then we'd laugh.
We'll take to this, guys, any day. So welcome everyone. Just to talk about this morning. We never had much, but we had everything. That means growing up. We welcome Fit FM 96.9, fitfmja.com. And
Yes, yes,
in
Eva.
the season where we are trying to get Fit FM, acclimated to what we do and how we roll. So though all four of us shared recently how we grew up and so on, there are a lot of you who have children today, whether it's still in the Caribbean or they are born overseas somewhere. We're wondering if all the things that we did as children, if today's pick-me would really manage. Because if you notice there in the promo, I had a nice slingshot,
Manage what?
a catapult, and
Otherwise known as a bingy.
as a bingy.
Yes, as a being, yes. I
And
recall that.
I am not sure how many of them would have managed that. Now, again, when we look back, say people who were born, let's work through the decades, the 1920s, 30s, 40s. We look at those people and we admire them, how they dressed, right? People, when you saw people walking on the streets, dress every day, it's like they never had yard clothes. Black people looked fabulous. And we're
But
saying,
the thing is, too, Dee,
Mhm.
they were dressing in the same outfits most of the time. It's not like they had a lot of it.
That shows that is so true.
And every day it still look like new.
Mhm.
Try tell them a picnic.
Yes, about that. They wouldn't have a clue. Yes. So, we are thinking that it is so important to share with your children, your grandchildren, like Sharon's has done.
Oh, yes,
Her
ma'am.
children, they may be born overseas, but they are very much into the culture. And that
Very.
is passing
They
down
have to learn it.
to the next generation. So they too will say, my grandmother used to do so and so. And it keeps culture alive, fresh, relevant. It not gone away. But if we don't preserve it, then
We will lose it.
after
Yeah.
a while, people just get used to and nothing now really go on and think. So welcome to you. It's your first time. Just tap the subscribe button, please. Like it, share it, and let's start the conversation because I know that for a lot of us, we could ask ourselves the question, if you could relive one thing from your childhood for just one day, what would it be?
Lord have mercy. There's so many moments.
And that's our icebreaker this morning. If you could relive one thing from your childhood for just one day, what would it be?
All right. For me, what I would like to relive is one of those times when all the family came together at my grandmother's house. Because with me living there, after a while, it was just myself, my grandmother, my grandfather. So it tended to be a little lonely. So when my uncles from two uncles in London, when they would come, my mother would come, my other uncle from the US would come, and another one who had lived in Spanish Town would come. They would have a big cookout day. And I remember my uncle, one of them, he's still living, the one in England. He would come and he would always somehow, as him reach him, have a big bag of crab ready for cook. Them would have to make sure that good set up for kill. All the neighbors would come. It would be excess amount of coconut pot line up for drink. Somebody would have played some music and we played dominoes and the yard would have full of people. and it was a great time. It was not any occasion. It was no dead yard a keep. It was nobody's birthday. It would just be that which I thought was a good thing, because for them living abroad, they would just carve out 2 weeks out of them time, and they would decide to come to Jamaica. They would bring their children, and they would just converge and up at the ancestral home, the grandparents, them land and them house, and then we will just spend the whole time together. Not never sweets up. The whole district, I mean, not the whole district, but all the closer neighbors. And if anybody could, our yard was a shortcut between our district and the other district. So anybody who happened to be walking through the shortcut, they might just drop by us, pull up a chair, pull up a stone, pull up a piece of board, sit down on a tree, and just drop anchor and just eat. And as these kids would say, then we just build back and we just spend some hours together, like the whole day. That was like Christmas. Whenever that happened, it wouldn't be Christmas. It would usually be in the summer, but not never sweet. So excess amount of them tell you say aerated water about because they would just buy everything on the shelf, line it up, get a bucket, put ice. Never nice, someone.
Sure. Love that, Charity. Love that.
Yeah.
And Jax, what would be yours?
Well, I don't know, because there are several. But for me, it has to be a Christmas. It has to be a Christmas. A Christmas moment where, like Sharon said, all of us meet up. You know, because I was living with grandma. And when it came on to the holidays, like some of the summers and Christmas time, my other siblings that were living with my mother in Runaway Bay, I lived in Freehill, grandma, and then they lived in Runaway Bay with mom. And I used to look forward to everybody just coming up for Christmas, coming up to grandma's house for Christmas, and then they would spend the Christmas holiday and would play like there's no tomorrow, climb tree, get caught up and shoot bird, and there's, just pick this stuff, drop off a tree, and, climb grandpa banana them, and then come down like aeroplane, and we go zoo, like an aeroplane, we never know, so we weren't supposed to climb up on grandpa banana tree, then we hold on to the dry leaf them that came down, and we swing like Tarzan from one to the other, and drop a brung. And then we would stick and pierce holes in the banana trunk and climb the banana tree. And then we know they're not strong trees like that. So when you reach at a certain height, the banana come down. So I would say an airplane, zoom, and the banana tree come.
Very say that.
Nice.
And then sometimes when that banana tree drop, it's like one banana on it, and it stayed there. And then when you go down for playing at the banana walk, you realize that one stayed there and start to ripe. So underneath the leaf, them now you would go find banana, ripe banana under the leaf, them under that whole leaf, and them. So them kind of, it's like a goal you find, treasure.
Yeah.
And we pick them bananas and we eat them, and grandpa would come and say, we never know, so we drop down the banana tree, them, and, just them little niceness that these kids, I wish my son had that experience.
Yeah.
I always say that, that's my regret, not letting him grow up in Jamaica.
Yes.
I regret that.
Oh, Lord. Sure. Maxie, what say you?
Well, everybody know that means a Christmas baby. Christmas has always been my favorite holiday from my picnic, and even though I'm 60 enough right now, I still my favorite holiday.
Yes, me too.
My most favorite and memorable Christmas was the time when my auntie and my cousin came from England. When you have enough people from foreign in your yard, you're bossy. I mean, really bossy. The only worst part of that Christmas time and that holiday was then kill me one little goat. If you know my song or poem called Foreigner the Boat, where me a cuss foreigner, Yes, that was when they killed me one little goat. But it was my favorite Christmas time still because there was a lot to eat. They bought stuff from England, some unusual candy and cake and all sort of stuff. That was the Christmas I got $2. Yes, never forget. That was the Christmas I get to drink out of the soda bottle because usually them show little soda in a cup gear. When you're picnic, that time I got the bottle. Ooh. I got the curry goat, the roti, the kuruma, the gulgola, all the Indian dishes that our neighbors made. We got extras that Christmas because it was more people to feed, but we got more food. And of course, you know, as I said, Christmas has always been my favorite holiday. So Christmas time, yes, always been. Another thing that I enjoyed during Christmas time to when they make the new curtain. We used to enjoy to help putting them up, clean the floor and blow up the balloon, all those things. Because during the course of the year, there was not much excitement. But Christmas time, it was a go all out. So those are my most fun memories and my favorite part of childhood growing.
The whitewash stone.
Yes.
So for me, my sister and I left Kingston by nighttime and went to Penance. And I have shared how as we started driving, I realized we weren't seeing as many lights anymore. But anyway, we got there when it was Christmas time and the annual parish convention was held at our church, the Church of God of Prophecy in Penance. And that time became my favorite because one, as children, we got to eat up a lot of Brother Tabana ice cream that he made with the milk powder and the syrup of many colors. And we saw how people came together. That's when I learned community because I never know that. How people gathered in the kitchen, all the cooks gathered in the kitchen to cook for the convention. And I used to wonder how they cook so much food. Granted, I grew up in a household with a lot of us. So I saw my aunties, how they were able to cook enough away. And still, anybody who passed by would get food. It's like the food never done. But that was one of my favorite time of the year, and it still remains so to the point where when I put up a Christmas tree, it keep up long, like still.
That we know. That I know.
Keep over there. Yeah, so Christmas time was one of my favorites, and also, believe it or not, I loved when the chicken truck came to get the mature foal them to carry them to the company in Kingston. Because we were able to get up with excitement and help the men as they are rounding up the chickens in this huge coop. And I love that. So that's number 2. That was a time when I hear that chicken truck go come, me get excited and can't even sleep because
listen to me. Let me tell you, Lady D never failed to surprise me.
Because you see, we also had our chores on the farm to help. The pigs were my thing. I love pig. So I used to love feed the pig then. But we all had to nurture the chickens and I learned a lot with that. So, but the chicken truck part of it, I loved. And also, finally, I loved when we were reaping the orange. And somebody had sneaked me one time a little girl puss me used to call it when me used peel me orange. One little something so sharp like no tomorrow. And as I would be up in the tree, yes, me do my part, but me just sit down up in there and just eat. So me throw some down in a bag and thing, me take one more and me cut and me eat. So I loved helping to go, do them stuff. And we were asked to, as children, them tell you what to do. But in our household, it wasn't a problem. So for me, if I were able to nurture, a young child, I'd say, here are the values, here are the lessons that we learned in a community, how to come together as family and the people in your community to work together for the greater good, pretty much, because it taught me a lot of discipline. Right now, getting up, if I go to my bed 4 and I'm to get up 5, I can get up and just cut. It not take me long. Some people have to go through the motions of waking up and not.
Yes, me too. I mean, I've got you no motion. I just move.
Yeah, just move. So
As
some
they say, you're up and Adam. Up and Adam.
Yeah.
Some people you have to get the lead out. Them have to lay down over here so grown. Come back over here so grown. Stretch out.
Not me.
Hand pan by them do that, me gone.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Because some people
Like lady.
lead out.
What you say, Max?
I said, like you said, you just get up and go. That's how I do too. I don't have to lay around and sit around and try to wake up. When I'm up, I'm up. And another thing too, I'm like you. If I have to, as a child too, growing up, that was one of my problems. When something exciting I got up the next day, me go to bed, not asleep, now come. I can only think about what's gonna happen. And even though I have that problem, even though I have that issue, if I go to an event when I get home, especially if it's a performance for me, when I get home, I have to reminisce the whole evening after before I fall asleep. So, it's a thing with me, yeah.
Yeah, but really, and good morning to our audience. We are talking about, we never had much, but we had everything. And much is really here. But
absolutely,
we had fun growing up, and we will continue to ring that bell. It was a lot of fun, no matter what the downtimes were. Somehow we still found a way to have fun with each other. So we invite you to click in the chat and just post up, some of your great memories. You never had much, and you can say what you never had, but you had everything. Let's just acknowledge our guests before we continue chatting up a storm in the morning. Yeah. So Vera came in. She says, "Good morning, Lady D, Green and friends. Have a nice day." And then
thank you, darling.
Lord, what a quick wardrobe adjustment.
Me messing it up. Me messing it.
Yes. And the hair on the ambassador and the Mighty Max poet and the hostess, Lady D, fabulous. I tell you. Thank you, sir. We thank you. What would we do without you?
What did we do without you, of course?
Marie says, "Good morning to my celebrities. Looking beautiful on this beautiful Saturday morning. I will not be here for long, but I will enjoy the few minutes. Blessed Saturday." Oh, thank you, Marie.
Thank you for joining.
Eval says, "Best childhood was Christmas week for sure. Christmas Eve night at Charles Square."
Yeah.
And now Sam Sharp Square, all night a bay.
Goes back like you're rated water, moving new shoes and new breed.
And so the two of them go to book up a grand market, and don't
even know.
At this point, I am convinced we walk past each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eval and Fifi. We used to get Fifi.
Fifi.
Oh, yes.
Fifi. Go Fifi.
And starlight and firecrackers.
Everybody say have Fifi.
Good morning, lovey.
And we never said firecracker. We say fireclappers.
Clappers.
I would just say clappers.
Yeah, fireclappers. Yeah.
Good morning, King. I'm up and about. My day starts at 3 a.m., sometimes 2:30. Okay, so.
Right.
Good morning, beautiful people. Madam Ambassador, boy, them cannot step you today. Look at me here, do. Hey.
She's opening.
Can anyone tell me where Madam Ambassador will be going after the show? She's going to paint the town blue.
Well, all right, you should know. Make sure me book you. Just make sure me book you.
Oh, dear, you have it. All right. So yes.
And cribs. Yeah, we used to say clappers and cribs. Cribs.
Mm-hmm.
Cribs.
But you know something, even though some people never had much, they were still able to do a lot because
They were still happy
yes, they were still happy.
because it didn't
Oh
take
yes,
much
that was the
to
most
make
thing.
people happy.
Yeah, you know why that is, I think, in my neck of the woods. People's lives were intertwined because for some families, the because all right, most of us, not most of us, but so like for me, who was living with grandparents, the children of the grandparents, which usually were her parents, a lot of times they had moved either to Kingston or they were overseas somewhere. You had many who were still in the district, but at the same time, the others would live like vicariously through us, because like when my family would be coming, they wouldn't say, Lord Shirley, uncle come or mother come. You know, she said, we family come, we uncle come.
Yes.
And they would embody the entire experience. And they asked if it was their family members. Like now, they have and they have nots, because people tend to stay more by themselves. You're
Yeah.
over
Yes.
there, you're over there, and they have to figure out, can the children play together? And you have this, I don't have that.
But
Then it was a lot of sharing. You
Yes.
know, when you have all your best friend, you change your another shoes. You wear my shoes one day,
Yeah.
me wear your shoes. Or sometimes I have on 1 foot of yours, you have on 1 foot of mine. So we share, so nobody felt like inadequate. Like
They were
Yeah.
left out.
yeah, when we get me stuff, it was passed around and everybody got something. Somebody have a cookout. You know, if you're invited, you just here say go to kill, I just beat and put on your clothes and
Sure.
show.
Sure.
With
Yes.
with your appetite. Nobody now say where you are do that type of thing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
is right. Yeah, and
That's
it's like
true. Because
making each
I
other
do
feel
recall.
comfortable.
And that's the only time, like during Christmas time, you know. You see, we go pick up the bottles in the banana walk, anywhere the bottles were thrown throughout the year, whatever. Pick them up, and then one big
Wash
bottle
them.
washing.
Wash them.
Yes.
We
Stop
say
and wash them.
dirt down inside of the bottles, you know, and we're washing the bottles. Me and
Yeah.
The
grandma,
whole day I wash bucket.
whole day wash
You
buckle.
soak them. You soak
Yes.
them. Because
Well,
sometimes
they might make nice in a pudding pan in
Yes.
a what you call it, the washing tub,
the big wash tub.
the
We
big
normally
washing
have
tub,
one.
wash
We
pan,
had
the
a
big
one at the
wash
side of the
pan,
house. Yeah, we had a big
Yes.
one that was
and
strategically placed at one corner, so that when rain fall, it had a little
Water catching
spout
night.
thing that that would catch, it would channel the
yes,
water down in there. So that was like all purpose. Go wash your foot. Go get some water for you, and they have something, the hog trough. Go get it, the foul them water, you know, that type of thing. That was an all-purpose thing. So
and
you
then
would
the buckles, the buckle truck now would come around, or D&G would come around and pick up the bottles out, and depending on how many bottles you collect, you can get a crate
Yeah.
or two of soda.
A crate. I think you have to give 2 empties to get 1 crate. You have to give 2 empty crates with bottles, of course, to
Yes.
get a crate of soda. But what I hated back then was when they give it, sometimes you only get you get almost everything. Half of it is orange, and you get few pineapple and 1 and 2 Coke. And I like it mixed, but they never used to mix it too much sometimes. So
The
Well,
cream
you know,
soda
when they
was
see a
the
cream
rarest
soda,
one,
it's
and the
around
cream
top.
soda is the one that I like.
The cream soda, right?
yeah.
Soda.
But you know, as I posted this a while ago, we were more creative because we had less. Because
Yes.
you know, now, and it's a different time, of course, so we can afford to buy children what they want and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And if out of an abundance you think maybe you shouldn't, because some parents, you know, our family members take that position, if they feel that you have too much, a child has too much now, they choose not to give them. They may give them something else simpler, but they're not
Right.
giving gadgets that they ask for because the one they currently have, they maybe not even use it much, that kind of thing. But growing up, there were a lot of children who never had. So
Yes.
Dolly, they would make a dolly, right?
Yes.
They were creative. If they needed a bicycle and then I have none, they get the tire and put on the piece
parts. Yeah.
And make their parts, and you see the ceiling past my gate.
Yeah, I you didn't have once you patch up that, you know, have nobody pass it and say this is safe, you know. You could be in flight and a wheel fly off and you gone, so and the rest gone. So
Guess what? The word safe did not exist in our dictionary when we were growing up. It didn't exist in our lives. Safe, that was the last thing we thought about and spoke of. We just know so we have fun. That's
we
it.
were risky.
Exactly.
Safety was never there.
Yeah.
And you had no helmet. You depend on a bicycle. No, they want you have to have an elbow pad, knee pad. You have helmet. I mean, look, I am not downplaying those because obviously they you know, they keep the child safe because, you know, concussions and scraped knees and so. But we all have our trophies, you know.
Yes.
Everybody can look at them foot and find a little scar there, no matter how faint. I just say, yeah, man, that I did the zinc fence.
Exactly.
Yeah. That I did the dog bite and things like that.
I forget about judging shoes. We never have nothing names.
Judging shoes. What shoes? When they even have shoes, we're going to school, more just the judging. Are you crazy?
No, me did have judging shoes.
No, we did have judging shoes.
We did have judging shoes. My mother would be appalled if she come. And the funny thing, I like barefoot. Even when I go home now, I make it a point to be outside barefoot.
Not me.
But you do have you know, we had judging shoes, put it that way, because my mother was not trying to hear it. She always said, you can't cut up yourself. When you grow bigger now, can't wear mini skirt. You're not gonna wear this. You want to style up. Yeah, my mother was forward thinking. It was 4 girls, and she was especially me. Every time she come to Mobile, she would examine me first. Within the first hour, she had because her lap. Where you get this from? Lord of mercy, where the cocoa butter there? This have to take out that spot. She was not trying to hear it. She was not.
Well, my life was the total opposite of that. The only judging shoes my grandmother used to wear are old shoes and then brought down the back and wearing at the yard. She was the only one who wear judging shoes. Everybody is barefoot, including I've said this before. I went to school bare feet. Yes, right. Never have no judging shoes. You know what judging shoes was. And when me go to school, this is it. When they bought a crepe for me for school when school opened like in September, and I wear that crepe to school when it mash up, I'm not getting no more until January morning. So when rain fall, we have to take it off and walk barefoot. Whether a bat or a cut or a maca go juke you. When rain fall, you take it off and walk with it in your hand. You can't go home with that crepe on your foot.
Max, while that was not my experience, I remember vividly children who had them little crepe. And after them, when I get beat out, they would give you a buckle of white knit, white knit.
Yes.
And then
start
run. You see the white knit start run off.
Yes.
That is.
You have to white it and put it down for dry. You couldn't white it and wear it at the same time. So I would white my crepe overnight and put it down for dry. So it dry by morning. Yeah.
No, stop. Yeah, but truthfully though, they made it, even though it was uncomfortable, and you know, when people come from foreign, or if there were people in the community who were able to afford, you know, some things, sometimes they would look on and say, you know, I wish me did have one extra pair of shoes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. So we learned how to be more creative, believe it or not, because as much as I had a modern home and everything, I like to be with the friends who never had much.
All right, now talk to me.
Yeah, because I love to go out of them back kitchen and help up help her blow the wood, foo, foo, right? And a fan feet come up and then something go.
I see, and that's why we shouldn't discriminate. Let children choose their friends, because I had the same experience. As I said, I was, after a while, my cousins, they're much older than me, and they had gone and I was with my grandmother alone and my grandfather. So, you know, I mean, I have nobody to play with. Once make me leave from next door, I'm gone home, you know, have nobody, you know, to play with and thing. And I play with my grandparents. They played with me. They played Daddy House with me. Them would have sit down and try play Dandy Shandy. But when them fling the ball, me have to run, go feed, come back, give them fling it again to go back, come back. You know,
there were 3 participants in one.
You know what I mean? So it's like I like you said, there was one particular family, that mother, God bless her. She's still alive today, and that woman, she used to have one kid every year another child.
Oh yes, you talked about that person before.
Yes, it was 2 of them in the district. Every year another child, every year without fail. And so there were stair steps, and I used to so admire the family because there was so many of them. And one day I said to my grandmother, I wish me did live over such and such yard. Because, you know, they had, obviously they had hardship. They never had as much as I had to go around. But when, I don't know what it is, I kind of yearned for the, you know, whatever. So I said to my grandmother, and she said, "Girl, you too full. You know, so much of them over there, they can't move, whatever. You have it over your stone down. You there. But it's just like, you know, I was looking at it.
You wanted that friends. You wanted company.
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you know what? One of the things I noticed that Lady D on the background to a skipping rope, something that looks like a skipping rope, because a properly put together skipping rope back then had a plastic on both ends, the little plastic thing you could hold to turn the rope. Well, as a child growing up, my skipping rope was whisk. So these whisk would grow on big trees. Yes. They grow on big trees, and we would pull them out, but they scratch. Yes. When it's green, it's scratch. Yes. So we have to use dry banana leaf or bush to hold it to skip with. But they lasted pretty long. Once they got dry, it wouldn't scratch anymore. But once it's green, you couldn't hold it.
I can still feel the scratches. Because we would pull the whisk down, right? When I was in Kingston, of course, we had skipping rope, jump rope, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then when my sisters and my cousins would come for summer holidays, they would be all with the whisk. I mean, they would bring 1 or 2, but we would wear them out in no time, because like me said, the neighborhood kids come over, sister them come, her cousin them come, they would all run over, and it would be worn out in very short order. So the whisk, we would use that. You remember when we do our 1 lash? Are you go pop? Are you go 1 lash?
Yes.
Yes.
So that if you know jump quicker and catch up on your apple, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, it's scratch.
That you can't it can lick you over. It can pick you up and fling you over
from the scratching. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It can also pick you up and fling you over if it catch you.
But you know what, Sharon? No matter how it scratch, we would still go back and pull down more and use this and scratch and skip with it again. It didn't matter.
Of course.
We never have nothing else.
We never have nothing else.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
So
we play dandy shandy with juice box. We get the juice box and stuff it with paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and play baseball and dandy shandy with it.
Knock down the edges so it wouldn't be so sharp.
Yes.
Yes,
that was our ball.
Sometimes we would get professional and we would put 1 box stuffed inside of another box.
Mm-hmm.
And that time it's tough. That lick you still lick.
So Sarah says,
sometimes we say, I go soak the one there.
Yeah, man.
I go soak the one there.
So Lorna says, it's confusing playing checkers by myself. I have a huge family, but my siblings were way older. We understand.
Wow. Okay.
Bible says, Max, that your skipping rope did name hog meat string.
Hog meat. You remember hog meat?
No, I don't know what hog meat is. Never hear that before.
Drea says that jukes box hit hot. Yes, it did.
Very
Yes,
much.
because it's tough. Because
Yeah.
it's very hard. It's hard.
Forget it.
Yeah. So we talk about the outdoor life, right? We had our favorite games, and Max just talked about Dandy Shandy. We had ring games, we had hide and seek, we had cricket. You see the cricket part? I used to love play cricket, and Jean
Me too.
Oliver one time sailed the ball. I mean, just 2 times. That's why the left eye here not so good. 2 times.
Oh,
No,
God.
3 times. 3 times. This left eye here, not well.
Licking an eye.
We're playing cricket after school. I mean to say, I did one of them stuff box we use because we never had actual cricket balls, right? And we have the bow they use to
The coconut ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For the
the
bat.
bat.
We use
We
as the
use,
bat.
yeah.
Yes.
And I was a good batswoman. I could bat good. And
Yeah,
Jean, me no know where she lose concentration and the ball, she sail the ball and it too high. And when we do so with me bat, the ball pass me and just connect me, you know. In a
Boy, you have some stories second to none.
was one experience.
Gosh.
The second one we playing in we backyard. Same old Dandy Shandy story, but it wasn't the juice ball. It was actually the ball that you use to play.
Regular ball, yeah.
Into say my cousin I sail the ball and me never sight properly. I told me I don't know how to go down from my belly and sight ball. And somehow me miss the coordination of in flight. Me mean to say when the ball lick me in my eye, me see all kind of sparks I go so.
You say Peter
Oh
Wally.
Lord.
Yes, the thing licked me
Yeah.
in the eye. And the third one was when I was in primary school in Chapelton Primary. And Wayne threw down the gig. And the gig fly up. See this scar, yes, sir? The gig fly up and connect to
Oh, wow.
the left side on the bone at the eye. So this one, though both of them bad, this one is worse than the right.
That's why I never like gig, because to me gig was dangerous with that nail thing. But I like yo-yo, the one that you play up and down. I used to love yo-yo, even though it took me a while to get the hang of it. But yeah, I used to love yo-yo. And I also recall getting my uncle that died. He died last year at 90. May his soul rest in peace. And give me a piece of beating one time to play marble. Because I loved marble as a child, you know, and back then they thought that marbles were for boys. I mean, I don't know who come up with that idea, who made that into writing and documented it, that marbles are for boys. So me I come from school and me and my friend. Me and my friend would take the green bush and make the ring, draw the ring on the dirt and put the marble, and we are playing marble and him a come around the corner and see me. Just as me go with my finger and snoop the marble and get up and come around the corner and see me and him pop bush at the right there and give me a piece of beating. Just to playing marbles.
That
When I
was
look back, I'm like, that was so sad.
Nonsense.
Yes. Beat myself, me a boy, me I do a play marble in my uniform.
Yeah, they used to
Like-
call, because I used to play marbles a lot. Me used to have me 2 bags. Me have my bags with my rocks and my bag with my perps. Cause yeah, your rocks are the one they were choppy and them not pretty no more. And then you
Right.
and then you have your perps, your pretty ones, they're smooth. You just flick past your finger. Let me tell you something,
Yes.
man.
But we call them glassy back then to remember. We was supposed to say glassy.
Yeah, that too.
Glassy.
Them just say, uno a tomboy, but they never give me no
Right.
beat. Yeah.
When we get beaten for it, we play it.
So we have to
Let me work.
bid our girl Jackie adieu because she has to leave us.
Yeah,
early.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we thank you, Jax, for coming in and spending
Thank you, darling.
it a
Trying
laugh.
to hold up from
Yes.
I woke up at 2 yesterday
Yeah.
evening. And then I don't even know how much sleep I'm gonna get. I have to go back to work at 3 this evening. So
Oh wow.
Go get some. Go get some.
No.
and I'm still experiencing the remnants of the flu.
Yeah.
And periods of coughing and stuffiness. So I'm still going through
For
that.
sleep. Steam your face. Steam your face.
All right.
All right, darling. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes with you.
Love you all.
We love
Okay.
you.
Love you
All
too,
right.
Jackie.
Blessings.
All right.
Take care of yourself. All right.
All right, so Jax had to go, but here we are. We there talk up the things this morning. We never had much, but we had everything, and we're also wondering if today's children could do what we did.
Given the well, it depends on. Yeah, I think they could, but the better part for me, because of course we can't go backwards. We can only remain where we are and go forward. What I do with my grandchildren, that I take great pleasure in doing, is to teach them all these things. Even to make, I purposely planted some leaf of life trees so that I could make leaf of life doll with my granddaughter.
Okay.
Because, so leaf of life good for chew, for colds and all of that. Anyway,
right, yeah.
I was trying to do one time, and I say, what, it's better for me to do a demo, and I planted some, and I know they're big. When Christmas come, they bloom, they look a pop something. But I showed her how I would break and I would make the leaf of life doll.
Okay.
Teach her how to play jacks, because jacks she didn't know. I taught her how to play jacks last summer and the summer before. Now I'm teaching her to do crochet. Wow. Yeah, and I well, that's on my to-do this year, to do crochet this summer. And then now the boys, and so I showed them how to do the marbles, and they thought it was the most exciting thing because they never heard of that before.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yes, so yes, we believe they could, which is why you
some things they could.
On. Yeah, pass that on, man. Because if we are not careful, they are accustomed to, yes, they go to school, they interact with their peers and so on. But when they get home, most of them are the first place they go to is to a screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the virtual world.
Yes, and they are locked into that. So the socialization of interacting with games that we knew, that's not
there
today.
No.
But boy, being outdoors was our joy.
Yeah. I think
like
another thing too, ladies. I think another thing too is that most of the parents now are so young, they themselves are not even aware of what we did or what some of us did. So they can't even pass it on because they were not exposed to the things we did, like the marble playing and the crocheting and the bird catching and the going to the river and catch fish. They were not exposed, so they themselves cannot even pass it on to the kids that they are having now because they became parents young.
Yeah, and not
so
even
they
that.
didn't get the experience either.
Yeah, it skipped their generation, Max. You know what I mean? It skipped a generation, because like with me, my daughter was born in Jamaica, and what I used to do is send her back home to spend summer with the cousins, because nothing beats that sort of a way to bring up children. Let them experience another reality. Then put it that way. For me, For me, I was the one in the country. My mother made sure that I was sent to Kingston to do half the vacation so that I would be rounded and cultured and get different experiences. And then my sisters were sent to country, and my cousins also. They were sent to country for half of the summer to spend time. So they got to experience the catching fish in the river, the roasting breadfruit at riverside, the making of the bingy, the calaban. We just said calaban to catch bird.
Calaban, yes.
That type of thing. They got those experiences. These children know they're not getting that. My son is born here. And when I started taking him back to Jamaica when he was like 6. And so he, got used some of the cousins and so, but I think by 6, and 6 sounds young, but he never gravitated towards that kind of lifestyle. When I would excitedly say to him, or he would see me jump up in a tree, because the tree, me memorize how to get on and off. So I'm still some amount of tomboy still left in here. So I would do some stuff and he would say, "Oh, mom, that's way cool, mom." And then I would say, because him is just straight American, you know. And then I would say to him, "You will make this with that." And he would say, "Oh, mom, I'm so," after me so excited one day, and I said, "Well, we could do so make this with that." The boy looked at me and said, "Oh, mom, I'm so sorry. That's all you had? You didn't have the..." And I'm
Oh,
like,
Lord.
and I said, "That's not the point." I said, "The point is, remember when we had the synonym, we had roots, you rely on ourselves to survive."
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I said, that's what we were doing. We didn't have a, I said, I didn't look at it as if I was impoverished. It was just something good to do. And the boy said, "Oh, mommy, I'm so sorry
Yes.
you didn't have it."
That's not his thing. Mm-mm.
No,
No.
it's
As a
a
matter of fact, we
generation.
never had much of a comparison, really. You know, so we
And
didn't even know that we were poor because everybody, our neighbors, for the most part, did the same thing that we did, live the same way
Right.
we live, eat the same kind of food. So who did we compare to say, boy, this rich or that rich? The only comparison I had, I recall as a child, was when we would go on the main road, you would see some big, nice homes. You know, like this, and going into the town, I get to see the haberdasheries and going up into Cromwell, and you all these nice homes painted in white with nice white picket fence and stuff, and big nice dog over there. So, well, the people they're rich, but that was my only comparison. But in my little district, neck of the woods where I live, there was nobody who nicer than you. And some people have the house paint and sand dash. Okay, they used to paint house and sand dash it. And if your house sand dash is like you're rich, for me, you know, if it just paint, it plain.
Yes.
But there was, but for the most part, there was not much of a comparison. Or if you had an ice stove in your house, everybody else have kitchen, outside kitchen, you know, you're a little bit better because you have an ice stove.
Yeah,
Right.
but you know what, too? The thing is that, you know, people weren't going anywhere. It's not like, no, you're on vacation. Like with me, as I've said many times on this show, whenever my mother would come for me, because summer was a given, but summer was a two-way trip. I would go and then they would come, or they would come and then I would go. But then I would have to haul lock, stock, and barrel Easter time and Christmas time and find myself at Kingston. So I used to feel like it was an intrusion, you know. Cause me used to have big little plans with my friends. Cause them not gone away, you know.
Okay, and you want to spend the time with them, yes.
The large journey you have to gone again. So I used to not look at it favorably, at least not at the onset, the first several years. By the time I reach high school, I start get a little bit more, you know, lady like,
Right.
I get smooth around the edges. Then that was a thing. But before then, primary school days, to me, it was like large shock. I have to go to Kingston next week. And when I come back, the whole 2 week, the whole 3 week, the whole, and it was an intrusion in my private life as far as I was concerned.
That's right.
And guess what, Sharon?
They never have nowhere
Guess
to go.
what?
So it was a big thing.
But guess what? For me, it was the opposite. When I recall growing up, I would go to Kingston to spend holiday with my aunt, and nobody then show up from Boise like me, because all the other kids stay home and in their parents' yard for the whole summer. I would get a chance to go to Kingston for a week or sometimes 2 weeks to spend holiday. You know, I go when you just go out town, but when you go out town, you know, I go here and there and everywhere. You were just in Kingston in the yard same way. You know, my auntie house same way. But the experience I had been there, I would get to go get ice cream and get patties and other little stuff that I would not normally get living in St. Mary in a coffee piece. You understand? But just leaving the district to go away would make a difference.
Yeah, but you see, Max, the difference with me is, all right, I was going in an environment where I used to have to watch my P's and Q's. I was free and clear when I was in Mobile. Free and clear meaning we run up and down at daytime, we get involved in whatever. We go a river, we do whatever. You go a bush with your grandfather, you pick this, you pick that. In Kingston, you know, you have to shower every day. You have to make sure by a certain time you shower, you change your clothes, because somebody will come pick you up, or you just have to look nice in the front yard. And then the talking, as me whooping my mouth me wrong, because me call everybody him. If it's a boy, I him. If it's a girl, I him. Me just brawling stuff.
That's a movie too.
You know, so you have to try talk like them.
Speak. You want to speak.
Yeah, and then they would have laughed me to scorn. And then the other thing too is when I mentioned the first thing, the icebreaker comment, when Lady D had said, your best memories, and I would remember when my cousins would come, they had like deep British accent, so it was a situation. Because we had and then the funny thing is they would pick up the patois, and then we had try come with the British. So even now, when we and them talk, it's a circus.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's take some comments quickly. Lorna says, I used to swing the bat and people would yell like an uproar even at church camp, but I didn't know I was swinging bat. I was just releasing the bat to hurry to base.
Oh well, all right, you're a natural.
Dress says, I did both evolve. I'm thinking it's something that was mentioned. Lorna says, I love marbles, but the guys usually in a game to not let me play. So let them go on, Lorna. So producer says, Sharon's
rocks marbles.
We used to call some girls.
Oh wow.
What is that?
Not nice.
Oh dear. Lord. Okay, King says, okay, Madam Jackie, but remember the Obi-Man need this money. Okay, I will be coming to pick up that money up. Go on here, King. Sir King, well, go on. Me never get your review on Spotlight. Okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. Ladies, you need to collaborate and write a book on these experiences. Yes, we should.
Good idea.
We should. I took my son to Tower Hill some years ago and he had to bathe behind the zinc. He bawled nonstop that alligator gonna bite. Yes, Sharon, she is him. Him was him. The dog was him.
Going
home and
everybody did it.
And he remembers going home and asked, did I talk like that?
Yes, very much so.
Yes, you did.
The dog got him.
So welcome. We never had much, but we had everything.
Everything.
And that's where we are. And we're wondering if today's children, even when they hear and see us do things, they're wondering how they did that. I'm sure they shake them head sometimes. But if we were to talk about, the good old school days, the brown paper book covers, walking to school, pack lunch, school uniform, we get in trouble. We could also ask who was the most mischievous in school.
Well, I didn't get no trouble, so make me not upon that list.
No, I wasn't mischievous.
Me did afraid for lick.
Me too. Me did quiet.
Everything you do, liquor come out. Everything you do, belt hard cane. So I was like, the lower school kids never got beaten with cane. It was with belt. But once you reach grade 6 to grade 8, those older kids would get beaten with cane. And now, sir, we never run them wrist there.
Yeah.
No, we never get beaten at school, to be honest. Because I was always a very quiet kid. Even until me used to play in my school, because I was always, even though me I go school barefoot, me no want my uniform mash up, me no want to tear down. So when recess time come, me no play, because kids will go outside and grab a uniform. Not deliberately, but sometimes they grab onto it and it pull down.
I've seen that happen.
They climb over the wire fence and they get tear and stuff like that. So I would never even play. I would sit in class and read, because I was always a reader and still is. I used to read a lot of things. That's what helped my coax me into the writing. Because I was always reading. Christmas, summertime, I'm outside. When recess time, I'll be outside sitting under a tree. I read while everybody else play. I never really played.
Yeah,
and get sweaty and hot. Yeah.
So a question by the co-producer. Do we find ourselves unintentionally compensating now for some of what we didn't have? Why do I have so many socks, shoes, and underwear?
Oh, yes, I definitely do. I'm guilty of that. Compensating loss. A friend of mine was here last week. A friend of a business partner of ours, Norman and I, and she's trying to buy a property here in Georgia, and we gave her a tour of our house. Well, I did. And when she saw my clutch, she said, "Lad, the 2 foot you have. What are you doing with so much shoes?" And I think I hold that to the fact that when I was growing up, I never had shoes. Me one church shoes, you know the poem. That's a true story. I only had one pair of school shoes, one pair of church shoes. I never know what judging shoes was. I went to school bare feet, and that's no joke. I remember my cousin gave me a platform after I, was in my teens, 14, 15. She gave me a platform, but me tell you the road rough when me I got church and I platform, I big pass. You can't just step anywhere, the foot just goes up. And shoes was a challenge for me. I never had much shoes. So now I really have a lot of shoes. I can't lie about that. That's one of my weakness, shoes.
Mm-hmm. And Sharon,
so I understand
what you call it? I had a lot of shoes. I had a lot of shoes, and I just still like shoes. So I'm not overcompensating, but I grew up with a whole lot of shoes. I had shoes every which way because I got them from my mother. I got them from London because my uncles would send me stuff, and I had nice shoes. I used to wear some all in a high school. Me had some bashy shoes. Me tell you already the store. Me and the teacher end up in the same shoes. Same shoes.
Wow.
Miss Hall, where she just look at me and cut her eye and walk. But I mean, hey, what do you want from me? But it was some nice shoes, because when by the time we got to like fourth form, we used to toe the line, and Eval would know this. We used to toe the line, trying to wear high heel shoes. You know what I mean? But we had a rule where the shoes here couldn't be no more than 1.5 inches high.
Much higher
and
than
you had to wear ankle socks regardless. So what and I wasn't buying this stuff, but my mother, like I always talk about my mother and fashion. She was fashion forward, and she would say, "You're a big girl, no, you can't wear this type and whatever." So she would just send me shoes, and I had like wedges, me not like suede shoes with a little buckle at the front, and because there were wedges, it gave you some height, but they couldn't really come at it because there were wedges. And my go-to would be, well, I live with my grandparents. My parents are away, and I get stuff from abroad, and this is what I have. If I don't wear it, I don't have anything. You know what I mean? So I got away with a lot. But I could change shoes. I didn't have to wear one for a week. I always had a lot of shoes. So I still love shoes, a lot of shoes, but I don't have to overcompensate. It was just a natural thing for me, to do. But I think going stepping back a little bit, it depends on when we introduce children to our older way of life or earlier way of life. It won't be too long until they get acclimated to this lifestyle now, where they get the latest thing and they're in the virtual space. It's hard to then. Some of them will still gravitate towards those things, but it's more of a challenge, in my opinion, now. Because we have waited too long to now spring this kind of stuff on them. A friend of my daughter's came with us to Jamaica, and when we got there, we said, "Wow, now we are in nature. Let's go outside." Our children were running around asking for the Wi-Fi information.
So that leads us. This is a perfect segue to what next.
They were like, "If there's no Wi-Fi, we can't see you. Do you have Wi-Fi?"
Yeah, can't survive. Yes.
Looking at what's the password? And I'm like, look around, look at birds, look at the different trees, look at but they just want it.
No, they want their Wi-Fi.
So
they still got to stuck inside and looking at the phone.
So as we go through, because you just pitched something, Sharon Z, that we want to also address too. But King says, okay, you can put me number 1 of 20 pairs of black shoes and counting, not to mention underwear and undershirt, you name it. Then he says, compensation is a mile weight of describing what I do here.
Okay, we can imagine. You have no breaks.
Not to mention
no breaks over there, sir.
Not to mention caps, not to mention. So I can't tell you how much pairs of socks I have. Never mind cap. I change them by the day. Then he says, I have a huge 5-drawer chest of drawer, and in all that piece of furniture is 3 different types of underwear, 2 different types of undershirt.
Oh, wow.
That's in all that piece of furniture.
Marina.
Or the poor furniture, I must say, what next?
Mm-hmm. It's groaning under the weight.
But I guess maybe you compensate for something to King that could.
Well, I have a habit. I have a habit where the shoes part is concerned. If I throw out a pair of shoes, I buy one to replace it.
Okay.
Automatically, me think say, Lord, because and I hold on to shoes because sometimes I don't even wear them in it, but they look so nice, Mr. Lord. Maybe I'll wear this next time. And if it gets dry rot or it gets so old because I've had this a long time and I throw it out, I buy another pair.
Well, I am in the dry rot experience.
So if you ever wear them shoes, go to carry a pair of slippers not the car because they might left me a road.
Yeah, I was going somewhere and saying, all right, let me see which would match. And it's like I felt them and I'm like, I said, Jesus. So me just, hey.
Yes.
Shoes them done. But talking about Wi-Fi and so on, all we knew was down a call box, down a crossroad.
Yes.
Right? You went. Well, yeah, cable and wireless would have come under a JP, what them name before cable and they were named telephone company and so on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But we.
Oh, Lord. All right. That's for another day. Go ahead.
But we never had nothing about no Wi-Fi. Our Wi-Fi been going up to the library and reading and getting ourselves informed. And if we want to communicate, have house phone. In Kingston, we had house phone. But in Canada, we don't have no phone. So you relied on the mail, whether it was a telegram or your regular postage. Or you go down to the call box and you join the line of people who want to make call, whether it's to town or to foreign or somewhere.
Or to foreign. Most time to foreign.
Tell me about that. Me used to get dressed. My mother had us on a schedule. I used to have to get dressed, take minibus, go into town to wait at the call box on a Sunday evening to call her,
Yes, there.
All right.
Yes, we did that too. Yeah, my grandmother. That's why when you got a pile of people there, they have to wait till them done.
To wait. And I can tell you though, when we down at Pennant's Crossroad, there, because you say, all right, one person down at the payphone, I use it, I make everybody else kind of stand up so hear people business.
Oh, please.
Everybody.
No, then talk back here.
You just post up your mom was leaning on your shoulder.
Who are asked about Sally Sue and when the barrel go come. Or when them come, if them come for Christmas.
Yeah.
Mail off is something and then go to post and get it. I mean, you just hear people's story.
No, but the other highlight for me, would I have like a friend come with me and they want a little one talk, So you have to give them the phone and then
everybody have to talk. Or when they don't know you.
So you have to, and I say, yes, ma'am. I'm here now, come, and she give me one red blouse, can be something. I just, yes, thank you, ma'am. All right, ma'am. When them hand back the phone, see them, we talk to her.
I'm excited.
You're happy to talk to a foreigner, yes.
Yes. No, but it's true though.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
They never have nobody a foreign. So never have
they never get to talk to nobody from phone a foreign.
But seriously, we would go down a post. And then my mother lived in, when I'm in country, mom still lived in Kingston. So sometimes I would go down and call her, but she would try to come down every Sunday after a while. And then, of course, when me in town, if I'm leaving, like some Fridays when I'm in high school, the school bus who would transport children from Kingston to there, we would jump in that school bus and take it to Kingston. We come off a halfway tree, we with their uniform and thing. And I would go to a pay phone sometimes and call, and I call back who they are a penance. I don't even know why. And we just keep in touch and thing. But it was hilarious sometimes when you really down a crossroad there and you're here, the people, them business.
Everybody's story.
Yeah.
So, the next thing to Lady D, guess what? Back then when I wipe off the phone, me don't talk and to you, you don't talk and to the next person. But I wipe off the phone and think about germs and all those things. That was never mentioned. No. You just grab a phone and talk.
It was nothing. But yeah, so the whole so now here comes the Wi-Fi. Payphones, it's only in some, maybe there may be about 4 payphone left in a foreign. Or in some states you may still find 1 and 2. Like in the
everybody has cell phone.
But you don't really have payphone again. When you're there town, if you want to drive up somewhere, you just make a call, put in your coin, and you do your thing and stuff. That they no more. So King King has sent me 9 photos. I am sure I'll have to project them. I don't know what the 9 is about. Images, but it's true. So here you have it now. They wouldn't even. Children have phone. Everybody have phone. Who I think said them have to go get up, put on clothes, figure no way to make no call.
They would think we're crazy. I mean, I'm sure you tell them that no, it was a novelty to us, but to them no, it's no big deal. No. We dreamt of the day when we would have cell phones. When I started hearing cell phones mentioned, at the time, they would say mobile phones and all that. And even when mobile phones became a thing, they weren't so small and sleek and fancy.
No,
it was a big thing. And all them things. We come a long way.
We have.
And I'm sure we're going somewhere else. Beyond this. When we are old ladies and all that, they're gonna have other things.
I remember when cell phone was bigger than this.
Yes.
Cell phone used to be bigger than this. The very first cell phone I saw was bigger than this with an antenna.
There's a gentleman I used to work with, and when the phones just came in, them big ones that had the antenna.
Yes. Antenna, yes.
A friend of his lost his eye.
What?
Yeah, because that's so sad. He was driving, and somebody must have called him and pick it up. He's trying to focus on the road and taking it up, and did realize how close he came.
Wow!
In his eye. But we come a long way, man. We come a long way, and the more we reminisce, it's the more we find a space of being grateful for the experiences we've had, how grounded it kept us. Some people may have experienced not so good things that sometimes they don't want to talk about it. Believe me. A lot of people, they would rather not talk about their past.
Yeah.
But when Maxie shared with us recently on the show, because we all have our stories to share. And, when you share it, it makes other people say, but even though I've had hard times too, maybe I should share with somebody to say, no matter what you are going through, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
that's the season.
But my statement, as I said in one of my poems, is if I poor or poverty, I know me create. I didn't create poverty and I didn't create poor, so I don't feel guilty of having experienced being poor as a child growing up. I never ever feel guilty. Now that I'm grown, back then I felt bad. But now when I think about the whole thing, now that I'm more educated and more experienced and I'm grown, I'm like, but that it wasn't my fault.
Right.
The fact that they never had, if I never had shoes to wear and I never had nice dinner and sleep in a posh bed. It's not my fault.
No, but you weren't alone. It was
and I wasn't
normal.
alone. That's another thing.
Yeah, it was and the funny thing for children, because in my neck of the woods, children who, I mean, like at least I would say 60, maybe 65, 70% of the children I went to school with, because I lived on the edge of the district that we lived in, and then literally like across the property would be the starting of the other district. So, so those children, I would say almost, I would say a good 65, 70% of them never had shoes.
There you go.
They were clean, their uniform was clean, them foot to the eye down to them toe. And
yes.
Are you friend and you just walk and you go on?
Yes.
You never know what to say, you don't even talk about it. Those are the conversations that we had.
No, there was no teasing to say, oh, you know, have no shoes or whatever. The only time we would mention shoes would be when September come, because you know, so no matter God help them, no matter how impoverished they were, somehow over the summer the parents would come to, you know, would somehow get a pay for them start out with.
Yes, start out with, yes.
So when September comes, you get shoes, and you say, boy, and if, you know,
yeah,
that was the only time it was mentioned. When it wear out and walk off and the soul drop off,
mash up and the
stitching run out, and the village shoemaker can't put on no more insole, no more glue. We had a village shoemaker, you used to put on so much glue. When you go, you say, Mass Parker, fix the shoes in, just take out one glob of glue and just glab it on and fling it on for dry and gear. I can still smell the glue. I found that some people go there.
Yes, me like smell the glue.
Yeah.
They call it contact cement. Contact cement is the name.
I saw it, yeah, well, contact
cement. Yeah. Brownish color, never forget. Not to mention when the crepes start bake bread. Because when you push out the front of the crepe and you still wear it.
Yeah, them cut
out the crepe and bake bread.
Yeah, them would have set your toes free. Cut it at the front so they set your toes free. Are you wear it once in a way?
Oh God.
God.
I do have some pictures to show you, but I'm just posting. Let me see. So Lovey sent me her thing, and she said, let me read it because I guess she couldn't post in. But she says, for me, I love to play marbles, yo-yo, gig, and do keep up with the boys, anything they're playing. She was into it, into board skating, and that was fun. As a child, one church shoes, dressing shoes, one school shoes, and yard. Mama used to say, it take shame out of the eye. As a child, I didn't know what it means until I was an adult. When I start having my children, I teach them the have and the have not and explain everything to them. Lovey. Yes. And Sir King sent me some things here, which I should just now put up before we end. Because he spoke about what he has. So here he has a box with some shoes in there. Then he showed us the many collections of
my Lord.
Caps
all over, even a space for them. Then shoes there, so.
And shirts.
Have the cap over, yes, so.
Those three are identical.
The pharmacy section there, so. And the hats behind there. Then, you know, the closet. Yes, sir. Thank you, King.
The jackets and the
shirts. You have all of those nicely folded. And shoes over here. And, hey. Thank you,
more
King.
shirt.
Yeah, but I saw some comments as well. So let's just do that. Lorna, we thank you for just rolling with us every Saturday. We had spots to wait since I didn't bring my phone. It was so scary, but it's the way we did before cell phones. Okay.
Yes.
All sessions, cable and wireless days, when you beg your friend, beg you talk to your foreign family. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I know then.
Wow, Ryan, you have it bad. Sarah says, no pictures, orange, green, and white letters only. Okay. Compensation photo.
Compensation.
Yes, sir. Okay. Producer says, Max, you break the shame of the past. True, as kids, we weren't responsible for our past. Nonetheless, some of us felt underprivileged. So thank you. Hey there, Chris.
Absolutely,
Any
you're welcome.
stories to share about what you never had, but you had everything? Let's see. Lorna says, I was surprised as a kid, my friend, their family had an outside bathroom. Producer says we need to show with today's young people versus older adults to share. Yes, sir. You will be working on it for us. Thank you. But it's true, man. So we were more creative because we had less. We asked, do children today spend enough time outdoors? Maybe not. I mean, again, we relate to the spaces in which we operate, right? So, and we talk about school because I always remember Sharon's talk about walking to school every time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Direction.
Many of us had to carry water. We talked about feeding animals, sweep up the yard. You never had broom, but you pick up your bramble.
Broom weed.
Broom weed.
Yes, broom weed. And the thing, coconut thing. We strip off the coconut
broom
part and use the
the coconut broom. I like this morning now. That would be a chore taking place when it would have taken place a little earlier. Because
before the sun come up,
yeah, but that's a definite Saturday morning type of thing.
Yes.
And
Drea just sent me, I have to show you all this because Drea just sent me some of these. She says these are going into time capsule at the company she works. So I'll just put that up for you so you can see. But we want to say morning to everybody tuning in. We're having great times here, intermittent laughter. And I said we roll around here. So, but Drea sent me this. Let's see how we can. Okay, so let me pull it in so you can see. Because some of these phones, as I saw Max hold up. So take a look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at that here now. Really.
I have a few of those myself. I have flip phone and everything.
I have a flip phone too. I still have a BlackBerry.
Anybody have a rotary phone?
Oh
no, I don't.
The yellow one is plugged in for light. The yellow one, she says, is plugged in for light.
Okay.
Thank you, Drea. That's amazing. But so we talked to, and some of us carry water. Again, we are on
we used to carry water.
Yeah, Fit FM 96.7, and we're trying to get them to a place where they can say, oh boy, want to really talk with language, because some of them perhaps have never left Trelawney, because Fit FM is in Trelawney, in Duncan's, in Stuart Castle. So maybe some people haven't left. Some people haven't left the communities we grew up in. And if you go back there, they're still there.
Yes.
Right? And they've built their lives. We may go back and take a position on where they are, who they are, why they're still there. But and they're living. They're living. And we have to appreciate that. If some of us moved out of our communities, we traveled overseas, and that was on us.
Right.
Somebody pull you, come here.
Right.
But for those who stayed, they're no different from us.
But I mean, we all can't leave either.
We all can't leave.
And personally, I appreciate the ones that are there, because when I go, I look for them. I make sure when I go, I look for them. I go back and I look for them, or if I bump into them in a town or someplace, it's really nice. So I'm happy for those.
Right.
I went to my primary school 100-year celebration in 2 years ago. And I was happy that I was there while all the celebration was taking place. And I was very happy that even one girl that was in my class, she's now a teacher at the same school. The principal used to attend this school. Other teachers used to attend this school. So I like that. They got their education and just went back and built up. So that is good. So we all can't leave,
That is true. We all can't leave. And what is one thing from those days that you wish today's children could experience?
A day in the life of. Because like children now, we would get breakfast in the morning. You wake up, whatever, then rocks up and you say, all right, that's your breakfast. And then them leave it to your own devices the rest of the day.
Yes.
If you happen to be in your own yard and you run back in, from me don't normally know somewhere, then may have jam and bread, forget bread and butter, maybe bun and cheese, maybe little fry up or whatever. Most times, if they're your yard, you wander far, you ask somebody else yard.
Yes.
And depending, you might get something to eat as well as not. And you turn to whatever fruit was in season. And that was just it until by then say, all right, my granny used to cook early. So say by 3 o'clock, we can head home because dinner cook.
Or us too.
And I had cousins who them partner start yet. So them say, sure, may I come here? Yeah, they were my cousins, So they would just come with me to the house because they know food that they figure. And my grandmother would cook a big pot like she expecting company. So they know. And
my grandmother was like that too, yeah.
Spoken rule. People would just cook a lot because even coming home from school, I used to get 3 dinners every evening, almost. Because my neighbors had cousins who lived in a certain section and we had to walk past. So their auntie would put out a plate for them and a plate for me. Sometimes 2 of us would share a plate. You leave that, go home, you leave that yard and on your way, then call your children, come, see 2 dumplings, me cut half for the one year, half for the one year. Little fry up. Who give you salt mackerel, who give you saltfish, little ackee, who give you corn pork fry up, little chicken back, whatever. And you eat that, and yet you're going home to your dinner.
To your own dinner.
Yeah, and then somebody who have to go further than you stop at your yard, no forget somewhere where your granny have. That's what all the things.
And wasn't that just community life though? Community spirit? Because for me, I wish children today would have learned how we were taught to respect our elders.
Oh, yeah.
Elders, yes. Oh, yes. That's a missing piece. That's a missing piece.
When I see today, I was just in the office on Thursday, and she's now ending high school, going to go college, and she comes in, and she didn't say hello to us. She walked around in the center. We know her, she go to church. And she just walk around and then she asked, Sister so-and-so isn't here. So we paused.
Nobody no answer because you don't see nobody.
I am not answering.
Yeah.
You don't see nobody?
No, I'm not answering you. So I realized that, for a lot of today's young people, they will just walk past you, staring you in your face and keep
not a word.
Not a word.
Oh yes, let me give you a quick little story of what happened to me. And this is like last week or 2 weeks ago. My neighbor, one of my neighbor, they have 2 daughters. I don't even know the neighbor name because they're very funny and they not talk to people. If you say hi, then be a grumping at them throat. Anyway, the 2 daughters, when they were younger, one day was here home and they hear the doorbell ring. And when I open the door, they say, "Oh, hi, Miss Maxine, how are you? Can we use your bathroom? They're fixing ours." I don't know. They must have been doing plumbing work. So I let them in and let them use the bathroom, wash their hand, give them paper towel, everything, and then use the bathroom and gone. Now they're grown women. They're not women, but they're more grown now. They're more grown young lady, not as young. As a matter of fact, I don't even see the older one. I don't know where the older one is because I'm seeing it, but the youngest one now, she's still there. And now when they see me, they go on like a dopey, them see. They talk about the same thing. They will come ask me to use the bathroom. Yes. So about 2 weeks ago, I walked out my door. I was going down the road and I saw the youngest one and her friend coming up the road. I walked them dog, one little dog and them that they had. And they could pick me, two of them stare upon me like this. I'm talking about the one that used to call me Miss Maxine, you know. And I say hi. So I said, "Good morning." And I say with an attitude, because he had me. You understand? I said the good morning very heavy and with an attitude. Yes. And when I said good morning, she waved. She goes,
"Oh, she not respond by
that's
saying
what she did. She waved like that.
That is just horrible.
I'm telling you. So
and that is just rude.
That is one of the things that irk me, boy. Respect. They don't know how to acknowledge.
No, but you know what it is? Let me tell you what it is too. They're not taught, you know.
That too.
They are not. I see it on a daily basis. I see it.
But that's how the mother stay too. The mother is just like them.
Listen to me. When children are growing up, all right, I live in this building and we have to get on the elevator. I'm going out, I gotta get on the elevator. Us who have lived in the building for a long time, we know each other. My son was born while I lived here. We've been here a long time. They know him, he know. And hi, so and so, hi. Just have a good day, that type of thing. Then the ones coming in now, you are on the elevator, they step in and they don't say keffen, as my granny would say. Stand up, face forward.
Yes.
And unless something happened, they don't say anything. Sometimes the kids would, small children, the ones who are at an impressionable age, where you should teach them manners, they will glance over at you. And I have literally seen, not all, some of them, and I have to say, the ones who do it are usually not from here.
Right.
I mean, they will say good morning, and if the child look at you and don't say no, they say good morning.
Yes.
And they say good morning, and guarantee you the next time the child see you, good morning, hello, so and so. And on the other hand, I have seen others, the child is looking at you curiously. As if to say, because when I go to school, they have to say good morning to the teacher. So they know they're in a different environment, right? And the parents would cradle them. I've seen a mother or a father stick their hand out and yank the child to their side.
Yes.
Like here, they don't say it, but just by virtue of them putting
action.
Louder, So they pity them now, give them another 5 to 10 years. Them they pass you on gone. It's not no big deal, because that's what mothers do. You don't talk to nobody. I mean, always the old adage is you don't know if you're gonna need me when you get out there, because if you fall on your face,
so
you need somebody to put you, or to say I know you're my neighbor. Hold you and taking a Bruckner Square. Come on now.
No. And the next thing too, they don't know what to say. They don't, if they know you and know your name, they're not saying Miss Shernet and Miss Denise. Shernet, Maxine. You know that kind of a thing. We couldn't do that when we were going on. No, we had to say Miss and Mr.
Yes.
As long as the person was older, it was Mr. and Miss. We couldn't ever say that. Our
So that's one of the things I wish today's children could experience.
Yes.
The parents drop the ball on that big time. All of this, me and mine, and you is over here, and we are exclusive, and you don't this and you. I'm not saying don't have your family values and your family rules. I am not downplaying that in no stretch of the imagination.
No,
you know what I mean?
Take away manners.
But regular, just normalcy, just a normal run of the mill. You're going a place or so. have some manners, because you know you can't just lick down people. A young boy going on, I say hold the door yourself, an old lady coming or a lady or anybody behind you, just hold the door. Make you slap them in them face and almost, you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
But if they're not taught, they don't know, they have no clue.
No. Yes.
So we have to be blamed if we didn't pass that on.
Absolutely. Let's go hop on over, as we usually say. Welcome to those of you who are tuning in. Good morning, Garnet. It's good to have you, rolling with you, Lady D and company. Keep up the great job. Thank you. Couple used to say, how is manners and respect different then and now? Well, we just went into that.
Talk about it.
Sweeping up the yard when apples drop off the trees, punishment.
Punishment.
Got it.
I go try and have
You gotta use a few of them apples there right now.
Yes. Bread and pear sherns, dumplings and
butter. Yes.
Manners was big. Then you better know your place or else.
Oh yeah.
That is so. And today, that's the thing. Sometimes they don't even know their place. They step into a space and they just start talk.
Yes.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's very.
Dre says, even adults doing after telling customers good afternoon, they would ask if what you said. I said good afternoon, and all they say is oh.
Oh my gosh.
Then can't say good afternoon. I cannot be like that. Trust me. When I go in the way, if I walk into a room, like when I go do my mammogram and I walk in, I see other ladies sitting in their pink gown. I say, good morning, ladies. And then just go in and sit down too. I say, good morning, ladies, and I pick conversation.
No, but you know what? Nobody looks around nowadays, I find myself doing it. I'll be in a room or, wherever, and I will see who is just in a them phone.
Yes.
If you go in there and say, what color was the room?
They can't tell.
They have no idea because them tunnel vision, them just in a them phone. When them name get called, them go and the phone still out here. So, and I mean, look,
and people don't talk to each other in a room.
No. Conversation is almost dead. It's monosyllables. It's just monosyllables.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Dresses.
I always pick conversation.
Somebody who can have a decent conversation.
Dre says some of the new workers have no manners. I never stop until I get some to greet me before I see them. I agree. Well, Sarah says it's not practice. I stop from people like who she acting better than, so I don't know them. So when it's older ladies that give away your respect, I'm quick to greet entering the area. Okay. Yeah. A lady, to me, don't be ma'am, sir. We're not slaves no more.
You can call me ma'am. I have no problem with it. I do know people who don't like to be called ma'am. Then look at it as a negative connotation. I don't understand how, but I'm a lady. What are you gonna call me? I'm not a miss. I'm a grown woman. You don't call me miss. You say ma'am.
I agree.
That's it. I mean,
it don't bother me.
Yeah,
those things I don't take personal.
I don't.
But I mean, most times when you go to the doctor, sometimes when they fill out paperwork, they'll ask you, how do you want to be addressed? If you want to be called by your first name.
Listen to me. That is a whole different adventure. Because my husband worked in healthcare. He worked in healthcare for years, right? Almost 30 years, 29 years he worked in healthcare. And he did the records and so he was always doing the paperwork. And you would be, I mean, when people had to choose how they want, he used to sometimes come on and shake him head and say, well, no. And him say him looking at a dude. It's a dude, it's a guy. But he wants to be called her or she.
Yeah.
John Jones, but no, in name Maxine something. Sorry if I use your name Max, but it's an easy name. And you have to look at this man and I call him she and I refer to them as and I'm like,
So
It
you
was
know what?
after a while.
I have also come to
where we live.
realize that because this is the way of
The
the
world.
acceptance and the way of the world, you leave people alone because their first go-to is either to sue you, haul you, carry
Yes.
you on somewhere.
Yeah.
So you
Mhm.
yes, you leave them alone. If they come up and you're taking, because we have to run a pantry, we have said to the people, if they come up to you and you have to take the information, whatever they give you,
Yeah.
Right, you know.
write it down and leave
Mhm.
them. Do not say a word.
No.
Argue.
No.
Because
Yes.
recently there was almost something.
'Cause they will get you shut down, you know.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
They will go and report that here is this organization running this thing and XYZ. You
Yeah.
left
Mhm.
them. Leave
True.
them alone. Leave them
Yeah.
alone. So co-producer says this level of conversation needs to go global. Of course, we have to start in our homes, churches, schools, and communities. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very much so.
Dre says sometime ago, a supervisor came in our vicinity and said nothing. I tackled him about it. He mentioned it to my brother-in-law, so he doesn't pass without greeting me. There you go.
Yes.
After all.
Sometimes you have to straighten them up.
Yeah, you do.
I believe in that. Well, it's 2 minutes to wrap up, but I'm sure you all garnered something from our conversation this morning. You learned something.
Yes.
Because as
Mhm.
adults, we are formed in our own behaviors after a while. And our
Of
early
course.
experiences may not be nice. And so we take the position that going forward, this is how I'm going to, act and respond
Right.
to different things and so on. And it may work for you, but sometimes you need to go back and say, boy, I remember when we did have to rub a coconut oil on my foot.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
when you
I mean, I throw one pan.
Remember that was my hair pomade. I was a coconut oil hair girl.
see, and so you can say, well, I have 10 pairs of shoes, 20 pairs of shoes, but me not forget,
Mm-hmm.
say me had to
When
walk
you
with
have one.
men's on the hot surface, the tar.
Mm-hmm. And the
Go
time block up your
to
foot bottom and
school.
you can't take care.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Lord help we.
But it's true.
Mm-mm.
My fascination about going to other friends' homes, because for a lot of them it wasn't just a house, it was a home. And
Yes.
they lived and went through life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
For those of us who had shoes and so on, I started to go to school. My grandmother was not having it. She begs, she begs, she begs, she begs. I would start on a Friday, just take it upon myself. I don't want to wear no shoes, go to school on a Friday because half of the people them
No
some of
have
them
no shoes.
don't have
Yeah.
no shoes, and mama
Go
could
on,
have
fit
never
in.
understand why me want to walk out of our
Go
yard
barefoot.
barefooted.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt in my little spirit that I needed to make my friends
Yeah, it
know
was a
that
little
I am.
kinship thing going
Yes,
on.
yeah, that I
Yes.
understand and I can do that too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so no matter where you reach in life, even if there are things that, because my dear co-producer, we have to congratulate co-producer, by the way, because we had a sit down. I was on the sidebar interviewing him, and I was so proud of my husband, co-producer, for sharing his early beginnings. We didn't go into a lot of stuff, but by all means, people saw another side of
It was a
him.
great
Okay.
interview.
Yes. So if you
Yeah.
haven't watched it, it's right
I
there
was
on
only
the
this morning
channel.
that I saw the picture with the promo, so I have to go back and watch it.
Yes, go watch it, Maxi. You'll learn so
Yeah.
much more about your co-producer. But here, remember this.
Okay.
Medea. But yes, so co-producer never like half of what he experienced growing up. Because I think at an early age he figured that really isn't life.
Yeah, and some but look, some children are like that, and that's just his makeup.
There
That
you
is
go.
just his makeup. You know, you have those who will strive for more, and you have some who will just settle and say, well, I saw you go, and that's it. You know,
Right.
one thing too we used to do that I forgot to mention, or I would like to mention, is because we walk so far coming from school, and we would walk for several miles on the main road, and we would be hungry at certain intervals, you know, at least going back on that leg of the journey, we're hungry. And these big cane trucks used to be transporting cane
Okay.
to the place where they're going to use it for making the sugar and stuff.
Make
And
sugar.
these, yeah, man, and they would burn the fields, so the canes they would be black. And we would, at the risk of life and limb, we would run down these trucks, grab a piece, we just
Right.
and hope it's a weak piece that's gonna come down. You would grab a piece and pull it, and we would just use the teeth and peel it and eat it.
Right.
So needless to say, we would have black up your hand, black up your teeth, then black up. God help you to make sure you can black up. But that was
Yeah.
but that was the thing that we did, because you know we just wanted to make sure that we had a little something, because sometimes a friend of yours will get a longer piece, or the piece you pull would not come out. And mind you, the truck is in at full speed, so you had to know how to time it. That's how we did get run over. But I mean, him never did, and we called up a Quiza. It ran right over him.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah. When the truck passed, he must stretch out on the inside. Him just jump up and start walking. Because if him did that, me don't know how he'll tell him mother say when he go walk.
That's we laugh our way out.
No.
But we want to thank everybody for tuning in this morning. And as you know, it's a channel. So if you didn't get the chance to be fully involved this morning, you know, watching it right throughout to the end, you can always go back and watch it. Don't forget to push people to subscribe. Lorna, how many people you know? Send them to your friends. Tell them, go subscribe, man, because me watch them on a Saturday morning. So please, everybody, Drea, do the same thing. You have people in Barbados. Invite them when you go to church. Say, hey, take out your phone and stand up with them too. And say, come, pull up your YouTube.
Make sure they do it.
And make sure they do it.
I did that to 4 ladies when I was on retreat the other day. I said, let me borrow your phone, honey.
There you go,
I subscribe you. They were like, okay, here it is.
That's
and if you tell them to subscribe and you walk away and leave them,
it's not going done.
They not do it.
They don't
going to be done. I agree. And before I wrap up, you know, we were on a boat ride last week, Sunday evening, and we sat at the table. A few of us, me, Asnet, and Eval, sat with some other people. And as we sat there, I'm like, no, but we can't just sit down here, eat food, and look at one another. So, you know, we got our meal and thing. And then I just said, and hi, I'm Denise. I attend New Testament Temple, and we're here for the boat ride and thing. And the lady said, oh, we go to Bishop Stevenson, Yonkers and thing. And just like that, talking to the gentleman next to me, only to realize it's our dearly departed Hilary, brother-in-law.
Oh.
Her husband.
Okay.
So, but I'm looking at him. I say, "How him look so familiar? Can him look like him?" So, you know, again, when
you have to talk up the things,
you have to talk to people, man.
Yeah.
People, I was sitting there, and you know, then it wasn't such a strained atmosphere. Sure.
Yes.
Donna says, "I have this lady from Jamaica. Didn't know, but I share with her this program. Thank you, Lorna. Ask her if she subscribed." To those of you who are listening to us on Fit FM 96.7, we want to hear back from you. So, Julia, you're going to have to do your survey so people can tell you where they're listening from and all of that. and who subscribe. We on a mission. This platform, Voices with Lady D, it'll go grow and you're going to grow with we. And I just say,
yes.
Should I translate?
It's soon turn big woman and big man.
I love that.
As it grow up.
Right. Voices is too good to be kept a secret. Absolutely. So thank you for coming on with this morning, and I hope everybody enjoy it. Next week, Sunday, will be Father's Day. So we always do a Father's Day show. So we have to work on that now. And behind the scenes, ladies, I'll talk to you about what we are thinking. But
okay.
Go forward. I hope you don't like the background. So things are happen. We are back in role. So we logo there, so voices over there, so the school book cover with paper.
Over here, so
cover this, so and thing and all the stuff that we talk about. See it right here, so creativity happen around here. So Father's Day will be next week. Bring everybody come and make we talk about things and bless them up. We not beat down fathers, we raise them up. So we are going on now. Ladies, what do you say as we leave?
May I come go up?
Fabulous day.
Go after.
Yeah.
Max, you not cook nothing this morning, or we not hear that.
May have 3 fried dumpling left over from yesterday. Make fried dumpling and may have 3 left over.
Okay.
So may I go rig it up with something else and little concoctions to go with, maybe 2 eggs or something. I don't know, or just sardine or something. That will be my break slow.
Well, I am popping by Cooler Runnings to get my food.
Oh yes.
Yes, I'm popping out there. I have to go out in the street. So
we should do
I'll
that.
make it one of my stops and come back because I got things to do and places to be. Right, lady?
And I have place to go to. I'm going to see Marcia Griffiths perform on Itana. And what's the other guy did? Yeah, the show. It's a pre-Father's Day show they're having here today. So
nice.
I'm going.
Oh, nice.
As Maxie and sent
but
to
Max,
us.
you busy to miss you all both to depend every flyer. You don't need
everywhere. This is my busy season where I get all the interviews and the performances. So I have an interview next week, Saturday. And then let me on the show. I have a meeting, interview next week, Saturday. I have an interview this Wednesday on Waynard Show because I'm performing on Caribbean Association of Georgia on the 27th. So they're giving me an interview regarding that show. That's this Wednesday, and then I have one on Saturday. And then the performance is the following week.
Talk up the things, Max. Talk up the things.
And I have a performance the 8th of August too for Jamaica Independence. And I think I have one in September too. So I saw it go.
Yep.
Well, you are fully booked.
Just to let you know,
yes,
because we discussed it and we signed off. Most of you are aware that we host the Fun in the Sun. However, there are some changes, and so we're having the Good Neighbors Community Festival, formerly Fun in the Sun, on August 8th. So we're planning to do some things. You'll hear more. The files are going to come out because we couldn't say anything until it was confirmed.
Things were finalized. Yeah.
So a lot of people been asking, Fun in the Sun this year and thing. And it's going to be with a difference this year. So we start, me and Asnet sit down on Thursday and a brainstorm and do what we do and things. So
when is it? It's in August. When is it?
August 8th. Will you be? Oh, long story. No, but
that's the same day I'm going to be performing here. August
8th. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
But things that happen. God is good. And
every time.
When things seem a little slow, how many of you know about patience?
If you can, seldom in a woman, never in a man.
Aye.
Patience.
Say God not working, him a work.
Patient man ride donkey, y'all.
Same way.
No, they don't fly plane.
That too.
There you go. So thank you everybody
Yes.
for tuning in today. So wanna go and go enjoy yourself. Who gonna eat on tea and drink or no whatnot? As Max would say, she go eat her tea and drink.
Yes.
Yeah,
I gotta eat my tea.
And to the Fit FM family, thank you so much. Julia, we love you. And to your audience, I hope you no laugh.
Hi, Julia. Thank you.
I hope you know they say then lady they're not easy, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure they can relate to
We
some degree.
scripted everything that you can think of happen around these parts.
Yeah.
So just in case you all say, oh, where did me that talk about this morning again? Well, yes, we talk about enough something, but most importantly, we never had so much, but we had everything.
Yes.
And go back, watch the show, like, subscribe, and spread the word to somebody. Them you book up in a one show today named Voices with Lady D Saturday morning runnings, and them not easy over there. That's all you need to say. So blessings, enough love. Me go on round, go up, go on round, go down, so go along, so go on in, go up. Everything.
All right.
Blessings, everybody. We love you. No, we out.
Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Saturday morning runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Saturday morning runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. it's Saturday morning runnings. Come feel the vibes. Saturday morning runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive.